Hey there, I'm Grandpa. I'm playing Valheim again. We're on a corpse run yet again. So we sailed halfway around the world, something like that. Who knows what the actual part is? And died at sea by a wraith. Got a little too close to the swamp and wasn't cautious enough. Um, let's eat real quick because that flashing is bugging me. And I'm going to pause while we talk here for a minute. So, we got too close to the swamp, and we were at nighttime. A wraith came out of the swamp, attacked us on the boat, and we died. So, grabbed a karve, headed back over there, and arrived at nighttime again. So, rather than sail up to our corpse and try to retrieve it, with the chance of the wraith coming back and killing us yet again, we decided we would head up the shore. Found a black forest close by that allowed us to drop to dock and drop a portal, and we did that, and then we just teleported back home, and now we're gonna sleep through the night and head back. So I think the plan will be that we build a raft and take that raft to the um, sorry, lost my take the we'll put the raft in our pocket. We'll go back, grab our big boat, drop a portal on in the swamp near where we were, and then sail the boat back uh, to the portal. Use the portal we just stopped to jump back to the swamp and bring another boat back to the Black Forest, so we have both boats there. We can destroy one, put it in our pocket, portal it back to home base, and then continue our trip. And if that wasn't confusing enough, I don't know how to make it worse. So, there we go. Real quick, jump into chat here. Huh. Said something about chat rate 1, and I've never seen anybody, in the chat. So, I was real curious to see what that was all about. But now it went back to 0, so I don't know. Like, I really know so little about streaming, how I interact with the live stream and chat, that kind of thing. Got a lot to learn, and I'm not studying, so it may be a while before I figure it out. Right now, I'm just having too much fun playing. Okay, what do we need to make a raft? For a raft, we need 6 leather scraps and 6 resin. That's easy enough. And we need the wood. We got the wood in our pocket already. So I say in our pocket. What do you want to call this? In our inventory? Sure, in our inventory. 6 leather scraps. What else was it? Concentrate, bud. 6 resin. Alright, we can get 6 resin right here. We've got 5, so we just need... Oh, let's grab a couple extra. We probably don't need stone. And we probably don't need the extra gray dwarf eye, and we definitely don't need thistle right now. We do need it for making some of those lovely sausages, which we're out of. We're not actually out, they're just on our corpse. Okay. So this should be the portal back to our boat. Slept through the night. We should be able to... Okay, so I dropped... This is changing the subject. I dropped 2 messages in chat. Now my chat rate says 2. So I guess it's just the number of chat messages within a certain point in time. Because I'll bet it... Oh, you hear that growl? Alright. I don't want to leave him here. Let's see if we can sneak up on him. I thought I heard a skeleton, but he might be up on the... Well, somebody sees us. Oh, I heard a fueling. I don't want anything to do with fuelings. So let's get a little distance away from that fueling. There's some gold. And we want to take this guy away from our boat and we're out of arrows, so we'd have to melee him. Don't want to get too close to that fueling. Let's see if we can bring him over here. And as long as we're here, see if he wants to mine some copper for us. After we get rid of our friends from the welcoming committee. Just don't want him anywhere near our boat. He's focused on that skeleton. Alright, the goal here is to get him hi there. To follow us. So we get some distance. But he's not following us. This is becoming comical. He's focused on that skeleton, and the only way we're going to get him is if we get some arrows. So... make a handful of arrows real quick. If we have some wood. Didn't we leave some wood behind? I thought we had. And we need feathers, and we need more. Probably gonna run out of how much does that use? Is 8, and we've got that should leave us enough. Now we got 40 arrows, which is really all we need. Let's drop off the stuff that we picked up that we don't need to take with us. Which includes these deer hide. feathers, and we don't need bones. We definitely don't need gold. Alright. Somebody out there harassing their pigs. I don't know what's going on. Get that rested bonus. Still good there. Stupid time to be hunting trolls. But I don't want him just hanging out. Okay, comfort 8. 15 minutes, let's go. We're gonna come back after this. He's still there. That ought to get his attention. If it doesn't, he'll die where he is. I don't know why he's so distracted. But this is frustrating. I just want him gone. I'm not going to chase him. I'd probably end up in the middle of the plains. Alright, I give up. It doesn't appear that he's coming. And the idea was to get him out of the area. Okay, let's mark this spot, because I've been failing to do that a lot. And we'll just call this a docking point. And there's our corpse, so it's not that far. Now we don't worry about him coming up behind the boat or anything like that. Nope. Push it out to sea here. There we go. No wind. Gee, I thought we were really far away from, not really far, but far enough away that we wouldn't hear viewings. How late in the day is it? Where's the sun? There's the sun. Half a day. We got 10 minutes. Gonna sail wide of that. What the heck? Gonna sail wide of the plains because we don't want any of the flying creatures to come after us. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see where our corpse is. So once we get there, we're going to jump in the water, retrieve our corpse, get back in the other boat, and head back. So let's at least come up on the swamp side of things. Maybe the first thing we'll do is just jump to the other boat. And then what we want to do is come back here later and drop another portal. A little too far. There we go. Full mana. Take all. We can't get everything. It's not terrible. There's a ladder on both sides of this big boat. Alright, let's dump some of this off. Go back for the rest. Alright, we got a minute, and I think we're okay. Gonna swap out for our better stuff. So we just leave this armor here. And when we come back for this boat, right now we're going to stay with the little boat. And we're going to make another trip. Why the little boat first? Because when we come back, we need to go get a portal and drop it off over there. Turn into the wind here. Actually, can we turn this way? Get around that boat, or are we gonna ram it? I don't want to ram my boat. Don't. Oh. Jeez. Sharp right. Come on. Don't hit the boat again. You think the troll came back? I bet he did. Maybe we should just move a little further down shore. That'd be the easiest thing to do. Get a little further away from Mr. Troll and we'll be set. Alright, let's go in between these two rocks and turn around. And then we'll move down the bank a little. So that we can find a bear. Look, there's somebody waiting to greet us. How nice. grab the portal. Alright. Let's head back home and get ready for the next phase, which is going to be switch boats and drop a portal and switch boats. Okay. So in order to get a portal, we're going to need some fine wood. Free up some inventory space. Want that. And I want sausages. That's good. Don't need the bow. Don't need the extra hammer. We do need wood with us. I think we left the majority of the wood on the boat. Let's get rid of these extra eyes. We'll need some for the portal. And then we need 2 circling cores. Do we have any? Where are we keeping those? There we go. Down to... Guess we're going to have to go dumpster diving for circling cores again. We can swap that out and leave that behind. So we need our fine wood. We had some left over, didn't we? We had 3. We need 20. We're gonna need to go cut down some trees. 2 trees. Those oak trees would be perfect, but I kind of want to just keep them around because I think they look good. Yeah, just like their aesthetics. Which one do we have? Bronze? Let's switch this to... Oh, bronze? Okay. Let's switch that to bronze. We haven't made a iron one yet. Three more pieces. 6 extra for next time. I should have checked my stamina before I made that jump. Thought I saw crops growing, but it's just a trick of the eye. We got an extra axe we don't need, so let's drop it in here. Let's repair it first. Now we've got enough wood. We've got everything we need. Yeah, let's drop it up here. 6. Okay. Yeah, we got it all. Okay. Oh, one more check before we do that. I just want to get rid of this guy. We'll go ahead and take that with us. The 6 leather scraps. I thought there might be something we were missing. I think we left them in the hold of the other boat, which was kind of stupid. Alright. This is gonna be... what do we want to call this? We're gonna end up abandoning this, so let's just call it 3. In the meantime, we need to eat. Let's eat 6, and that'd be all protein. I don't want all protein. 7. Let's go get our boat. That troll, that really kind of surprised me. Oh, let's get going in the right direction here. It'll be easier to start. And we're still pretty early in the day. Look, yeah, it's still morning. Got a little wind behind us. Gotta get out into the water a little more, though. Don't want to be too close to that. Nothing like dying on a corpse run. To make your day. So now we just need to find a good spot to launch from, or to jump out in the swamp. So the big scary is we jump out and there's an abomination. We don't get out of there before nightfall and there's a wraith. Other than that, we should be pretty safe unless for some reason we just got swarmed. Or we forget to eat because that's starting to run low. So, gonna jump the gun on that and go ahead and eat now. Look at that health, we're over 120 now. That's really nice. So we've got some outstanding Drugar there, it looks like. I think we'll go for that land straight ahead. Don't know what kind of fish those are. No, that's only one outstanding Drugar, and the rest is... I guess he's standing on a platform or something? That looks like wood posts. And how many Drugar? There's 2 Drugar at this place right here, which looks like the perfect place to land unless we get killed. Are there only 2? I think so. A lot of skeletons though. And was that a spawner? I don't think it's a spawner. Here's one. And a leech. We don't... Oh, the leech poisoned us. That could hurt. Alright. Can we get over here? And there it is. Just the thing we didn't want to see. And we're just going to abandon. Look at that, man. He's trying to find us. He's even going to come in the water. That is amazing. Okay, that platform where the Drugar's outstanding is a little too... just a little too close to the plains. See how the plains, it's like half in the plains and half in the swamp. We're going to go a little further downstream to drop our portal. Hopefully we don't... I hope that the abomination has lost interest, because I really don't want to take him on. We don't have space to kite him, and we don't have anything to jump up on to avoid him. So... I think I see him out there in the water still. Not ideal. We're going to have a long way to go on that little bitty raft. Bunch of Drugar right there. Let's try up here. Looks like solid ground. There's one Drugar. Probably with a bow. Our health looks good. No, I think he's got an axe. No, that's I don't know which it is. It's a bow. I swear I pulled that out. Alright. This isn't bad. Drop a crafting table. Drop a portal. Number 3. Connect. We're not going to drop the raft right now. We could. But we're not going to. I want to check and make sure we're good. Yeah, we can drop it. Once we drop it, the leech will start attacking, and I really don't want that. Well, let's just get rid of the leech altogether. We got our root mask on for poison resistance. Pick up a couple of blood. Alright. I am going to go ahead and drop it. See what happens. Hopefully we can do a quick repair when we get back. Let's back away from there a little bit. Stop backing, go forward. Sharp left, come on. Forward, forward, forward. Don't hit the raft. Or do. Let's get out of the swamp. I hate being wet. Okay, time of day. It's getting close to evening. We've got a long way to go. Not a long way, but we've got a ways to go. Oh, settle down. Come on. There it is. Let's pull up alongside of him and swim over. Sitting really low in the water. That's weird. Let's get a little closer. What an adventure. That is not at all. What happened? I was just trying to zoom out. No, that's too sharp. I'm gonna go up here. And try to get the boat ready to go back out to sea. That's close enough. Just about our whole rested period. We got, let's put this in overflow. Oh, we can put this in overflow too, what the heck. It's gonna be a minute before we make sausages again. I think that's our only honey. I don't know if we need more. If we're gonna carry rocks, carry 5. Or none at all. Okay. Some spare wood. We're gonna... We could pick up the portal that we're... Yeah, we don't have to leave that behind. Alright, so we'll pick up the portal. In the morning, we're gonna jump through portal 3, pick it up, get on the raft, sail to the little boat, abandon the raft there. Yeah. So, let's get rid of these rocks. Well, we're at 93. We should be able to carry a portal. I think we're okay. I think we're ready. Yeah, I see chat rate went back to 0, so I'm assuming that chat rate is how many messages are coming within a given time period. Unknown what that time period is, but... Anybody gonna disturb us? Don't see anybody around. Let's see if we can do a quick repair. There we go. Let's grab this stuff. Now's our most dangerous time. Though we do have a couple of boats close by. We're not moving. Oh, we're trying to sail and there's no wind. Seas are going to be rough. You know, it looks like the abomination is out there in the water. Hopefully he doesn't take a shining to us. No, it's just a blob on the island. Alright. Now we're out to sea far enough, I think. We do have some wind in our favor. Oh, those waves. Lost the wind. I guess we turned, didn't we? We did. Alright, if we can hold this course, we should be able to get the sail. Oh my gosh. We're underwater. Where's the little boat? Lost the wind again. There's our boat, way up there. It may take us a day just to get there at this rate. So far we don't have anything pounding on them. I'm going to steer out just a little bit. That's kind of close. Well, I never thought I'd be on the open ocean in a raft. Did our boat just sink? Look at it, toss and turn. Oh, those are deadly. We don't want him to join us. So now we'll sail down the coast, try to find a shallow point that we can pull up and grab the boat. Before we tear the boat down though, we want get rid of the portal, because we can't carry the boat and the portal both. We'll be overweight. And all this is happening way too close to the plains. I think we're close enough. We can swim over. Forget the swimming. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's start forward. Use the wind to get turned, but we're going to be sailing right into it. Good time for the music to start. Back up. Feel a little triumphant. We got both boats. We got our corpse. It was another adventure. Gonna have to look at editing this down to a clip. You see that beach area up ahead? I think we'll try to see if we can tear up the tear down the boat over there. What the heck am I doing? Looks like it's a little shallower right over here. We stand a better chance of being able to retrieve the stuff if we don't happen to grab the nails. So I'm going to try to park it right in there. Alright, let's go get rid of this portal. Well, let's eat. Because I don't want to get caught with my pants down. Not again. I think before the day's out, we'll drop this portal off, run back, get the boat, drop it off, come back, sleep, get in the new boat. The big boat, whatever we call that. What is that big boat called, by the way? I don't remember. Okay, there's a portal. Ready to go next time. You can rename this to Bone Mass. Connect. Thank you. Let's go tear down our boat. Put it in our pocket. That's a extra dimensional pocket because you can fit an entire boat in. Anybody gonna get excited about this? I hope not. We got space, we can hold the weight. Let's get the stamina back. And looks like we got it all in our pocket, so success. In the morning, we'll come back and launch the boat. Grab our portal, put it away, and be back on the road. That was one heck of an interruption. One boat all ready to go. For the next time we kill ourselves. My gosh. I'd like to keep 2. Just in case I need to make a torch or 2. Keep that in case we need to make a fire. I'm not back in the swamp, so I'm going to switch. What's the difference here? We get armor 10 and armor 8. There's not that much difference. Alright. What? We got a little bit of daylight left. Not enough to get in the boat. Right there? Yeah, right. That looks right. Got a little bit of time. Been a long time since we got the honey. Did that say 3? That's 4. Kind of like this. Pretty efficient setup, other than the looking up. Empty. There we go. And they're all happy. I really like that setup. That's just extremely efficient. 8 beehives, 8 times 4, 32. How come we only got 26 then? Did we miss one? Empty, empty, empty. Some of them didn't get to full. Am I doing the math wrong? Seems like we should have gotten more. We'll put this in overflow. Keep the honey together. It's easier to find things when they're grouped together. Just feels more organized. Alright, we're doing okay on food. We've got about the right amount of travel materials. Let's do some repairs. Well, I guess we'll just go to bed early. Can't think of a... Can't think of anything else that we'd really want to do. Here we go, back on the road again. Somebody start singing Willie Nelson for me. Oh, come on. Of course we're back on the road again, in the rain, in a storm. That was short, just long enough to get us wet. Oh, look at that boat. It got hammered. I should have repaired it yesterday. We almost lost it. Keep in mind when you're steering, you're moving the back end of the boat. So as you stop there, I let the back end approach the rocks and then steered away from it. Would love, absolutely love to be able to see where I'm going. Don't need that anymore. Looks like we're back in the plains again, which I figured we would be. Let's keep our distance. That big old tree up ahead looks like it is approachable, but I don't think you can ever get close to it. The world tree. No, wait. I know what that is. Oh, look. There's one of those flying things we don't want anything to do with. Give me some speed and get out of here. No! Go, 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 go. Whoa. That's why you don't want to sail close to the edge. Now, what I thought was the world tree is not the world tree. How'd that happen? This is the next, after the plains, the next biome. We have traveled a long way from home. Is he coming this way? Tell me he went back. So after the plains, this is the next biome. We are a long way from the start. Let me think. Yeah, we don't want to get too close to the shore on the Mistlands either. Because that's the Mistlands. So you can see if you look in there, it is real foggy. And it's always foggy in the Mistlands. I would really like to be able to turn the corner and head back. Holy cow, we're getting a long way out here. Alright, we were going to eat something to fill that empty hole in our stomach. So, it looks like we could fit through there, but you see that solid wall of fog. Pretty good indication that there's land. And we're just headed for the edge of the world here. There's got to be a way back. Not going to even worry about getting very close. And mapping the shoreline. Because it doesn't really matter for the Mistlands. That's a whole nother kind of adventure. might have been a way through there, but we're not going to go try to find out. Gonna go down here to where it looks like there's an end to the land and the fog. And then hopefully we can turn around and head back. Oh. Haven't seen one of these guys in a while and I dread stopping. But I also haven't seen one for a while and we want to get some of that. Don't want to be too close. Don't go yet. Okay. I'm stopping there. There's none up close by. We needed 30. We had 17 last time. I think we have just enough. Clear the way and we'll leave. There you go. Alright, that's an accomplishment. And we didn't die. Yet. We got plains up ahead, but some really weird, it's like the land doesn't stop and it doesn't go through. And you're gonna lay in the fog. That sucks. Let's slow down, because I don't want to run into something that I regret. With this being plains, there could be one of those, the blind thing that attacked us, that was a mosquito. Giant mosquito. Okay, that is a... And that. It looks like we're in the area of the Black Forest, judging by the trees. So, we might be able to navigate through here and not have to worry about mosquitoes. The giant mosquitoes are pretty deadly. A lot of rocks. Let's see if we can go between them here. And maybe we'll be able to skirt around this island right here. Drawback being we're going to lose the wind. way too close to the edge of the world. Can't believe we've had to go this far. Yeah, we could have gotten through there pretty easily, it looks like, but when you're heading in, you never know what's going to be on the other side. I think we're going to want to go around this piece right here. Gonna head back into the Mistlands. But hopefully we're not. We don't want to hit the mist itself, because we won't be able to see anything. But we'll still steer clear of that. There are flying things in the Mistlands, and we wouldn't want to run into one of those. In the Mistlands, as far as lands that I've conquered, the Mistlands was the end for me. I've gone to the Ashlands, haven't beaten it. In fact, I kind of got discouraged with the Ashlands. It just wasn't my jam. Don't know how much I'll even try to get back there. I hope we can keep going this way, because we need to get back. That's all there is to it. Doubt that we'll spot any Mistland creatures from here. It's gonna get dark soon. I'd love to get as far away from the Mistlands as possible. Actually, it'd be nice to be able to just follow some good old meadows and black forest again. And we've almost turned too far. Don't want to lose the wind. Can't tell if that's just clouds on the horizon or if we're headed into the mist. Wind's shifting on us in our favor. So you look back over here where we died, we made pretty good progress today. And if we look back at the sun, it is close to nightfall. I I see land on the right or starboard side up ahead. So we're probably going to be turning starboard here pretty soon. Looks like it's jagged, so probably more mistlands. So the biomes vary according to the distance you are from the start. You always start in the meadows, and then the further you get away from the starting point, more likely you are to encounter a new, different biome. That being the Black Forest, or the plains, or the mountains. Typically, the mountains are inland, and you don't run across of them when you're on the boat. So there you can see that big wall of mist straight ahead. We'll go around that. And it's gonna get dark, we'll have to slow down. Looks like there's a gap here. At first I was very, very hesitant when I entered the Mistlands the first time. And now sailing past it, I kind of long for it again. It's one of the most challenging, most fun zones. Alright, we need to eat mushrooms and soup. One of the most challenging zones, but once you get a hang for it, you get the hang of it. It's not too bad. But the way it's all rocky like that, it's a lot of up and down. Pour through the stamina. There's that wall of mist again. Looks like maybe we're coming up on some plains on the left. We can keep going full sail, but I kind of like slowing down. Oh, there's swamp. Alright. Let's hope we don't see another Wraith. There was a rock. Now it's nighttime. Now we are going to slow down. Mistlands? Why? Are we headed into the wall? I'm turning. I don't know. No? That actually looks like a pine tree? No. Yeah, that looks like pine trees. That's plains. That's swamp. That's plains. That looks like black forest. Let's approach slowly. And maybe we can stop for the night. Not too close to the plains. But yeah, I think we can just jump out here and drop down a portal real quick. As long as we don't run into a troll or a bear, should be easy peasy. Never heard that before, had it? This sailing, I've died more this go around. Got some rocks over there, don't want to hit those. Let's turn this baby around and we're back in. Lots of company. Getting out, but I got my weapons out ahead of time, and then I automatically did the keystrokes to get them out again. Okay. Come on. I've never gotten fast at this, and that's what you really want to do, is be able to drop it quickly. It's always my fear that I'm going to drop one of those portals like that, and "31 can make that abyssal harpoon when we are needing to get to it." This is going to be better than sailing at night. doesn't need repairs. That's great. Pick all this stuff up and be on our way. That's why we backed in. We are right by the smoldering tomb. Would be nice to drop a portal there, wouldn't it? The smoldering tomb. I don't know if I've ever done that. I want to wait till I get iron. I don't want to turn around and drop a portal. I do want to turn around and drop a portal. Took forever to get here. The thing is, the Smoldering Tomb is one of Hilda's quests. And there's some rewards with that once you get all of them. So if we can get there. Why wouldn't we do it? I've actually never done the Smoldering Tomb quest. But this looks like a troll cave, not a... Usually Bird Brain will show up and tell you about, okay, we're a little ways away because we have zoomed in. There we go. Yeah, it's up there. Okay. Oh, look at that. There's Bird Brain. My pet name for Hugin. See, it looks a little fancier than your typical, bears. I don't want anything to do with you. Hi, Hugin. You fight the bear, and I'm gonna get away from here. You're gonna follow me? Could eat another bite. Sausage? No. Deer meat. Deer stew. Ouch. Quit hitting me. I don't like it. Alright, where can we drop a portal near here? That it won't get messed up, especially with the troll cave right there. All this just to drop down a portal. all the way up here for nothing, just to get rid of the skeletons. Alright. I'm pretty sure they don't respawn. Especially if we put a fire in here. And a crafting table will fit right in this corner. And we're going to just put up some walls. Keep people out. Door. That should be enough. Let's drop our portal right here. Gonna grab another portal. We might be able to, I mean, we could probably do that smoldering tomb right now. It's a pretty typical that these quest dungeons are very similar to the experience in your normal burial chamber, and then it'll have one boss at the end who is much harder than anything you've fought in that zone, that biome before. Don't know what it is, probably a ghost or whatever those remains are. And amped up a little bit. Typically it has an elemental attack like fire. Don't know what it is for that one. Alright, here's our other portal. And before we head back, Grandpa's going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's go drop that portal. Let's rename Bone Mass to Smolder. We've got a portal on us. We can build a portal without problem. Rename this Smolder. It's going to reconnect. And we're going to mark the fact that we have a portal here called Smolder. I'm anxious to try that out. I think once we have our iron armor and some potions, we'll come back. In the meantime, let's hope this doesn't get torn down by a troll or something. I think with nothing in it, other than our portal, it should be safe. Still trying to get used to the idea that I'm doing two things at once. I'm trying to talk about something and at the same time do something completely different, like navigating the forest or switching my weapons around or looking at my food supply. Got a lot of respect for the people that do this. Oh wait, come back before we leave. We only got about, well, we got a half a day of sailing. Let's see how we do. We wasted a half a day on that. Nah, it's late in the day. We're gonna drop that portal back down. Put back down our workbench. And our no-name portal. Connect. Free deer meat. That's plains over that way. Definitely don't want to go near it. Let's just play it safe. We have died enough recently. In fact, I don't think our skills are making much progress with all the deaths we're having. Stop and look at our skills for a minute. We've got our clubs is 33. That's not too bad. Our sneak is 9. But there's our bonus of plus 15. Actually never noticed that before. Our run's 34. Our farming is 26. Wood cutting 30. So you can tell we do more wood cutting than anything else. Think it's too early in the day to sleep. Nope. So we can head back in the morning. We'll rename change this back. Bone mass, we can get back to smolder now anytime we want. Let's pick that up and jump in the boat. We might be too far away to repair. We shouldn't need to repair, but what the heck, I mean, why not? Yeah, we don't need any repairs. Missed the boat. Here we go. Which way are we headed, actually? Around the bend here, right? Look how close we got, right there. Kind of excited about the smoldering tomb. That'll be a fun adventure when we get back to it. Let's get out to sea a little bit. I don't want to get too close to the plains or anything like that. Whoa, that's a sharp turn. Don't know, I've complained about the mist enough. I don't know that I've ever had a problem with just, yeah, there's the plains. Looking into the sun. But there's trees up ahead, so we're turning. I think given there's a big hill there, that probably doesn't go through. But again, that's like, maybe we could navigate that. Alright. Wish we weren't going right into the sun. Looks like there's a little touch of swamp up ahead. And back here is where we want to get to. Let's not turn all the way into the wind until we have to. But I think that's where we're headed. Maybe we'll get lucky and as we turn the corner the wind will shift. But we're really getting back to where we're going to see more swamps and black forest, I think, than all the plains we've been seeing. Not that we won't see more plains. They're right there. But we're getting closer back to the center. The one thing we haven't seen that we wanted to see is Haldor, the other vendor. And there's stuff there that we could really use. There's some more outstanding Drugar. Come on, wind, shift for us. Time to eat. I really like it better when they're all three on the same schedule. Yeah, we're Getting close to back to bone mass. And this, if this is all part of the same swamp, holy cow. There's one of those fires over there for the Surtlings that we were talking about earlier. If this is all one big swamp, we're not going to have to worry about finding any more swampland. Well, we've seen almost every biome now. We're not going to be able to go near the ashlands until we made lots of progress. Well, you really can't go near the ashlands with any success until you beat the Mistlands boss. The game just kind of blocks you from getting there. Holy cow, I think this is all the same swamp. No, because that's... No, this is all the same swamp. Unless there's plains or black forest between here and Bone Mass. It's a huge swamp. We're almost back if the wind would just cooperate. Zoom the mini-map way in so we could see where we're headed. Maybe that's, nope. I was gonna say, maybe that's plains up ahead, but this is one gigantic swamp. I don't think I've ever been in a swamp this big. And that's probably at 4 or 5 playthroughs, 6. I'll have to count how many worlds I've got on this machine. Well, a great way to finish off our voyage is with rain. And I don't think this is the kind of rain we see when we're in the swamp. This is an all-out storm. And a rock. Glad we didn't hit it. I think we should see, we got a little ways to go yet, the Black Forest up ahead. Got rocks ahead, let's turn. Don't really want to get beached. It's getting to be towards night. We're near the swamp. And we know what happens when you do that. Buddy, the Wraith. Right, it's an incredibly large swamp. Boy, being on these rough seas in this boat is so much better than in that little tiny thing. We're also close to where we ran into the serpent the last time. Rocks ahead. That lightning. I don't think you can get lightning damage, and I don't want to find out. So there's a bear. Now, did we think there was a little bit of plains right next to this? There's our house. I don't think there's any plains. If there is, it's the little tiniest portion of plains. But that looks like all black forest. We're gonna just, oh, the storm staw's over. Just as we arrive. We're gonna beach up right here. And this is where we'll tear down our boat. Can't sail anywhere. What do we got? Just our armor. And the 6. Yeah, we're gonna have to expand this, make this house bigger. Let's get rid of that. Who's over there? Skeleton. Yeah, he's probably not going to bother us. That little board across the threshold makes it hard to walk in. Okay, real quick, let's jump back and put away that spare armor. I want to make sure I have plenty of inventory space and weight when I tear the boat down. So we're carrying that portal around with us. We want to set it down. And just anything else that we don't need to have on us. Trophies, skins, etc. That 50 wood, I want that back at the house. The tent base. So put him up here. I think that's where he was anyway. These all need repaired. Stick that in the chest. And let's tear down the boat. Wow, that was a long trip. I think we sailed halfway around the world on that one. Alright, we've got 50 already. I'll take the smallest thing I can. And then let's tear this down. After which, I think our next step is set up the, alright, nothing there. Somebody's going to help us tear down, it looks like. Yep. nightmare. We can finish that fight up here. Alright. Boat. There's something missing. There's a lot missing. Guess we're carrying too much. That's so close. That's unbelievable. 6 stone is 12 pounds. Plus another, that's 20 of the 30. That's too much. 10 resin. Alright, let's see if we can get up the steps. Can't jump. Can't get up the steps. Okay. 14 wood. And 6 stone. Go put the boat away. Come back and pick that stuff up. Another video that's way too long. Apologize for that. So we've been putting the boat here. I guess we can put them both in here. Just did this. Alright. That was a long voyage. Sorry about that. Got to see a lot of the world though. And experience quite a few deaths. Let's zoom this back into something close to normal on the mini-map. And I guess that's where we're going to wrap things up. We'll pick it up here and head back into the swamp. Actually, we're going to go see the bog witch. That's our next adventure. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Bud. Thanks for joining us.